Want to learn how to print your t-shirt idea? Well, sis, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take that idea out of your head and get it printed on a t-shirt so that you can decide if you want to launch your own t-shirt business online. Hey sis, it's your girl Steph Rodness, founder and CEO of Godlywood, creator of the Godlywood T-shirt business Accelerator, and my purpose in life is to connect you with the resources you need to achieve your purpose in life. So in line with that mission, today's video is sponsored by the Godlywood T-shirt business Accelerator. It is my 5-day coaching program where I personally help you and a small group of women launch your own t-shirt business online. It's an incredible program. Click the link in the description box to apply for the upcoming Accelerator. It's happening really soon. I'm so excited. And if you're ready to learn how to print your idea onto an actual shirt, grab your pen and paper, let's dive in. So step number 1 for how to print your own t-shirt idea is to get clear on what the idea actually is. Go ahead and sketch out on a napkin or a piece of paper what you're thinking in your head. Whether your t-shirt is a bunch of words or it's a design, go ahead and grab inspiration images from Instagram or Pinterest and create a mood board. What colors are you thinking for this idea? What shapes are you thinking? What themes are you thinking? What graphics are you thinking? What fonts are you thinking? Just go ahead and get kind of like a rough sketch of what you're thinking for your idea. Just the process of you taking the idea from your head and putting it on the page is gonna make this real for you, sis. It literally gives me chills when I see my girls like actually take the intangible idea in their head and make it a tangible piece of paper that they can look at. There's a shift that happens in the atmosphere where you're like, oh my gosh, this could really be a t-shirt. So go ahead and just sketch it out. Don't worry about making it perfect. Nobody's gonna see this except for you, to be honest with you. Don't worry about making this perfect. Just create like a brief little sketch of what you want this idea to be. Step number 2, now that you have the rough idea of your t-shirt, now go ahead and hire a designer in order to bring your idea to life. Now, when you hire a designer, you can also choose to design yourself. So you can hire yourself for this, okay? You can use templates, you can use Photoshop, you can use an online design software to put your idea together. That's totally fine. For me, this Purposepreneur t-shirt, I designed myself. I love this design. But if you want, you can also hire somebody else. You can hire somebody on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, on Upwork, on Indeed. You can find a local graphic designer, which would actually work out for a lot of you girls because then you can sit down next to them and actually tell them your idea step by step. You can use 99designs.com. There's a lot of different options for getting yourself a designer for your t-shirt idea. And when you get the designer, here's what I want you to do. Extremely important. I want to make sure that you ask them to give you the source file. So if they're designing it in Photoshop or Illustrator or wherever, they're going to give you the actual Photoshop file or the actual Illustrator file of the design, very important. And you want the .png file, the .png file. And you want that PNG file with a transparent background. Write this down because I want to make sure you guys get the correct images for your design, okay? Ask them for a PNG file with a transparent background. For some reason, a lot of designers will design something for their client and then give it to them with a white background. So that client then can't print that design on black shirts or gray shirts because it always has the white background on it. So make sure when you hire your designer, you ask them for the source file. It's going to be whatever program they use to create the design in the first place, and the PNG file with the transparent background, okay? Now, when you hire your designer, you're gonna give them your t-shirt inspiration. You're gonna tell them, these are the colors that I want. These are the images that kind of inspire me for this, the kind of graphics that I want. I found these on Pinterest, I found these on Instagram. These are the fonts that I wanna use, you know? This is if you feel comfortable, this is the rough sketch of what I created, and I'd love to see you make it better and optimize it. Just communicate with your designer what idea you had in mind so that they can make your idea come to life. Step number 3, now that you got your design, they've given you that logo, like sis, make sure they gave you that PNG file with a transparent background and the source file, okay? Step number 3, now what you're gonna do is you're going to find a printer to print your shirt. You're gonna find a printer to print your shirt. And you're gonna use something called a print-on-demand t-shirt printer. Print on demand. What print on demand means is that you are able to print one shirt at a time. Back in the day when I started in 2008 and I was selling my Youth of Christ shirts, I had to order in bulk. I was not able to order just one shirt at a time. I had to order 500 shirts at a time and then be selling them shirts out of my trunk, okay? Nowadays, you can order just one custom shirt at a time. So you literally can create your own shirt for you to wear for yourself, or you can create your own shirt for you to sell to customers. Totally depends on what you are thinking about. So to find a print-on-demand printer, you're just going to go to Google and search print-on-demand t-shirts. That's it. And take a look at all the different options that are available and select the one that works best for you. A couple of things you want to look out for are their shipping costs. Some of these printers, I don't know what it is, but they're like, oh, I'm only going to charge you $2 for the shirt, but you're going to pay $10 in shipping. Like, what? I'm not going to say one that starts with a Z who does that. It annoys me so bad. I'm like, okay, so you're giving me a deal on the cost of the shirt, but you're overcharging me for shipping. I know this isn't costing more than $4 to ship this to me. Like, what is that? So take a look at their shipping costs, how much they actually charge you to ship the shirt to you. Because if they're charging you $10, then it's not cost effective for you to use them, right? Also take a look at their customer reviews. So some of these print-on-demand companies don't have the best customer service, and you don't want to use a print-on-demand company that's going to poorly reflect you in your upcoming t-shirt business. You want to make sure that your customers get the best service possible. So take a look at their reviews, take a look at their social media, take a look at what people are saying about them on Yelp, and just make sure that you like what customers are actually saying about them. The third thing you want to look out for is that they don't have any minimums. So minimums means you have to order a certain amount of shirts in order for you to get the cost that they're giving you. No minimums for print-on-demand shirts. Like, I think they're crazy. Sorry, they're not crazy, but I just think it's ridiculous. Like, why would I pay you why would I order 50 shirts from you when I can get one shirt from another printer? Like, it doesn't make sense to still require minimums in 2020, but whatever. Make sure that they don't require minimums. And then the fourth thing to look out for is just the cost of the shirt itself. So every single print-on-demand company has a base cost for the shirt that they're going to charge you. So just make sure that the base cost they're charging you is comparable to other print-on-demand companies. Step number 4, now that you've chosen your print-on-demand company, you are going to download their t-shirt design template. You're going to download the print-on-demand company that you chose. You're going to download their t-shirt design template. Every single print-on-demand company has a different design template that they use. And by design template, I mean the actual dimensions on the shirt that they will print. So this print right here, it prints all the way down to all the way up here. Some print-on-demand companies don't do that. They only print over to here. Some only print here. So you want to make sure whichever company you choose, you're designing that shirt using their template. That's how you make sure you don't have a squished or a squashed image. A lot of times I'll see my girls like create these shirts with these squished images. I'm like, bruh, what template did you use? I'm like, oh, I didn't use their template. And I was like, why? Use their template. If they don't give you a template that you can download, sometimes they'll give you the dimensions that you can use. So even if you just have the dimensions, that's fine. At least you'll know how the shirt will actually sit on, or the design will actually sit on the shirt. So once you have the design templates or you have the dimensions, go ahead and take the design that your designer did for you and resize it according to those dimensions. So you can resize it yourself if you know how to do this, or you can just go back to the designer and say, hey, can you shift the scale for me and make it however dimension or however pixels by however pixels. Or you can actually email them the design template that the print-on-demand company gives you. And finally, step number 5, once you have made sure that your image fit nicely inside of that print-on-demand t-shirt business's design template, now you're gonna go ahead and order your shirt. That's it. You just click order and they're gonna ship that shirt over to you and you can start wearing it. And you can start thinking about, am I gonna sell this? Am I gonna promote this? Am I gonna offer this to other people? If you wear it and you find a lot of people saying to you, where'd you get that shirt? That is a huge sign that you should be selling this shirt, okay? When I started with the Purposepreneur shirt, I didn't sell this at first. I was just wearing it on my videos. But people kept emailing me and texting me, DMing me, where did you get that shirt? Where'd you get that shirt? So that's why I started offering it then on my website. So this is a great way for you to know if you want to launch a t-shirt business. You got that design out of your head. You actually got it printed. You have the actual physical shirt. Now you can design, or now you can test it in the market and see if there's demand for the shirt. And if there is, well, go ahead and start selling it. All you got to do is go ahead and set up your website or set up a PayPal button if you don't want to do a website yet, and then tell people where they can buy it when they ask you for it. And when they order from you, you're going to go to your print-on-demand company, you're going to order the shirt and have it shipped directly to your customer. And that is called print-on-demand. You're welcome. So that's it for today's video on how to print your own t-shirt idea. I can't wait to see what kind of shirts you guys start rocking. Ooh, girl. Such an exciting time to be able to see your own idea on a printed shirt. It's so cool. If you have any questions, comment below, let me know. And don't forget, if you want my help doing this, If you want my help launching your own t-shirt business online, make sure you get into my upcoming Godlywood Girl T-shirt business accelerator, where I personally coach a small group of women and help them launch their own t-shirt business online within 5 days. It is like such a cool accelerator. It's my 4th time teaching it. I'm so excited. So make sure you click the link in the description box below to apply for it. And if you don't yet know how to launch your own t-shirt business online, make sure you grab my free t-shirt business checklist, again, by clicking the link in the description box below, and I will email you my free t-shirt business checklist so you know the timeline on how to launch your own t-shirt business online. And finally, Sister of Christ, if you're not already subscribed to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel, hit that subscription button. My goal for this channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, hit that subscription button, and God willing, I'll see you at Godlywood Girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that Godlywood Girl releases. My mission with the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.